Welcome back to another video. This is Pac-Man Jake with a video. It's been a while since I've uploaded a video since last Sunday when last week when the Packers took on the Atlanta Falcons and came away with a really nice victory over a winless football team that just recently fired their head coach and general manager Dan Quinn, and Thomas Dimitroff were both fired from the Atlanta Falcons yesterday after a really tough home loss against their division rival Carolina Panthers. So it looks as if the Atlanta Falcons should be looking to be doing a rebuilding project after their tough defeats this season and an 0-5 record. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Travis Fulgham, the wide receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles. Guess who was the team that just happened to have Travis Fulgham before he went to the Eagles? That's right, it was us, the Packers. The Green Bay Packers had Travis Fulgham, and I don't want to overreact. It's been 2 weeks. Travis was elevated from the Philadelphia Eagles practice squad after we had him on our practice squad and we released him in the summer. Now, I would like to know is, why in the world did we release him? This guy looks really good. Now, it's 2 weeks. It's just 2 weeks, but I have no idea what in the world has happened. Why did we cut him? He looks amazing, and I'm pretty certain that there was maybe some promise shown, maybe in camp, maybe there wasn't. I suppose there was a good reason as to why Matt LaFleur and the guys decided to let him go. But I understand, given the fact that we do have weapons on this roster, give it yeah. But I definitely feel pretty good about I felt pretty good about Travis Fulgham when we claimed him off of waivers from the Detroit Lions. There was definitely a lot of raving about his run blocking, and that is a valuable asset to the receiving core here in Green Bay, as we need our receivers to block more because of the outside zone that we usually do, and all these other types of plays in the Matt LaFleur offense where we ask our receivers to block. But Travis has done an absolutely amazing job for the Philadelphia Eagles so far, and I'm just kind of wondering, why did we cut him? I'm pretty sure it's just, I guess I'm just disappointed in kind of letting some talent go by when we had maybe a potential diamond in the rough. And that's all I have to say on that. And congratulations to Travis for stepping up for the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm disappointed that he wasn't able to step up for us, given that we are quite depleted at the receiver position, with Devontae being out since week 2 and Equanimeous St. Brown going on IR after week 1. Hopefully he will be eligible to return, and the good news that he has been back in practice. So that is very promising to hear from today, is that he is practicing, and hopefully he'll be activated really soon off of injured reserve. And then we have Allen Lazard, who, of course, is out for a long period of time with his injury as well. So his core muscle injury, and it's kind of a bummer that we'll have to be playing shorthanded for a pretty good chunk of the season without our number 2 wide receiver. And I think just think what we would potentially have with Fulgham if we had kept him. He probably would be the guy to step up in his absence. But it could be Marquez, could be Equanimeous, who knows? But I really think that it would be interesting to see what this team would look like with Travis Fulgham on the roster had we decided to keep him, and would have made the 53-man roster, and we would look pretty solidly deep at receiver if we had Fulgham. And just briefly before I go, I don't want to put this video on too long. I got some things to do today, and I just want to talk briefly about the upcoming game, the Tampa Bay Bucs. We go to Tampa Bay in week 6 to take on Tom Brady's Tampa Bay Bucs, and this is going to be probably going to be one of America's Game of the Week. You got one of the two greatest quarterbacks to ever play going up against each other, even though it's quarterback versus defense, so it's Brady versus our defense, and Aaron Rodgers versus Tampa Bay's defense. Which brings me to my first point is that is the thing that is scary to me is Tampa Bay's defense. They are really, really very solid against the run. They have monsters up front that really stop the run. Ndamukong Suh, our old arch nemesis from the Detroit Lions, who stomped on Evan Dietrich Smith's arm and rightfully got kicked out of the game for that. And then you have Shaq Barrett at the outside linebacker position. He's a really good run stopper. Unfortunately, they lost Vita Vea at the nose tackle to injury, so that's a little bit of a loss for them. But I feel like their backup nose tackle, Raheem Nunez Roches, will be able to come in and step up in that role, and the Tampa Bay Bucs run defense should be able to maybe give Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams grind out some tough yardage. It's going to be very, very tough, but I really feel like with Matt LaFleur and this offense hitting the ground running, I'm hopeful that Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams can play well enough to be able to help us win this game in Tampa Bay. And their pass defense. Let me go to their pass defense, man. I think their pass defense has drastically improved from last season. A lot of their young corners, second round corners, such as Carlton Davis and Jamel Dean, they have gotten better. They have improved. And it's going to be a really fun matchup between Devontae Adams, Marquez Valdez-Scantling going up against those guys. And then you have Sean Murphy-Bunting. I'm not sure if he's an outside corner, if he's an inside corner. Good matchup all around. I think they match up pretty well against our receivers. And then we have our defense, which I think our cornerbacks match up pretty well against their wide receivers. It is uncertain as to right now if Chris Godwin is going to return from injury. That should be a pretty fun matchup. Is Jair Alexander versus Mike Evans, or it's going to be Kevin King against of Evans because of size. And you have Chris Godwin going up against Jair Alexander, whatever how that's going to go. And then you have Chandon Sullivan going up against maybe Scotty Miller. He's another one of those small, quick inside receivers for Brady to throw to. And then you have Minnesota's Tyler Johnson, who stepped up last week for Tampa Bay in Godwin's absence and played pretty well. Tyler Johnson, the Minnesota Gopher, was a receiver that I wanted the Packers to draft, but for some reason we just weren't able to grab him. But no harm, no foul. I like our receivers. I like I really like where we are headed. We're going to possibly get Devontae Adams back, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be a key factor in getting this offense rolling against a really, really good Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. So the key to this game is simply get pressure, stop the run, stop Ronald Jones, stop Leonard Fournette, stop Evans, stop Godwin. Well, I should say limit those guys. It's pretty difficult to outright stop them, except maybe it might be a little bit easier to stop Godwin because he is a little bit hampered with an injury. And that's all I got to say is that it's all gas, no break. Simple as that. If you want to keep going the course, go to 5-0 and come away with a victory against Tampa Bay, a pretty good football team. And that's all I have to say on this. I will catch you guys later. Go Pack, go.